Hey, Raj, how are you?
Hey, Joel. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Again, we are speaking for the second time. One life.
Yes.
I'm so glad. So this entire conversation for next 15 minutes is going to be recorded, if that's absolutely okay with you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So thank you so much for this blessing, Joel. Again, means a lot to me because I'm on a mission right now to help 10,000 licensed counselors to do whatever it takes to help the community, to help the needy through the power of videos.
Okay.
that's the only mission which I'm working towards right now. That's the reason I started this video therapy network.
I saw that. I saw that. It's new.
It's new. It's new. It's like,
It's
I would
new.
say you are the first person of the 10,000 people whom I'm going to help. It's something achievable. It might look overwhelming, 10,000 people, but it is achievable because I see lots of my friends here in India who has got their own community of 10,000 people. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm marching it forward, because I know people who are helping more than a million. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. Million means 10 lakhs. I'm trying to think in Indian numbers and US numbers. I know people who have more than 15,000 students,
Wow.
active students who are learning from them. I'm not talking about Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning and all that. I thought if I could, normally when it comes to licensed counselors, I thought, let me talk to at least 100 people, 100 licensed counselors whom I know, whom I get in touch with normally. And you're the first one who said, okay, let's do it, Raj. And that's the reason I'm super active on Instagram. That's the same reason I'm super active on LinkedIn. That's the same reason I bought up my domain and everything, because it's so frustrating, you know. Again, as you are a therapist, I mean, I can vent out, and you are an educator by profession. You know how MBA students think in terms of starting their own entrepreneurship, their own business.
Right.
So you can probably correlate to me as like one of the MBA students who is trying to kill it with his own business, with his own network. The good part about myself is like, I'd been through so many failures, probably 4 to 5 startup failures. I thought there's no way that I'm going to fail at video therapy network, because all the past failures had taught me so much. And all my past failures were only with social media. It's not that I'm addicted to social media. I keep my fingers at bay. I meditate. I'm quite mindful about what I post. There's so many things involved, which we can talk for hours, but keeping time, in the interest of time, I've got a couple of questions, Joel, for you. Again, you can answer these as per, in terms of a broad perspective of what licensed counselors do, not just you, because I've seen you are verified in Psychology Today, and on your website at JK Counseling also, it says that you'd love to do free consultation through video chat or through email or call for people who would love to know about your services. Mainly it's the time. I completely agree that it's the time which is not allowing us to publish on social media. And it could be the technology, like fear of technology, or probably not having enough virtual assistants and all that. So I'll begin with my first question, Joel, for you. Would that be okay? The first question is,
Yeah.
like, what would be the goal of these licensed counselors? Because they're too busy with the therapy clients. They work 10 to 12 hours or 8 hours. A couple of them do their own things, because all the licensed counselors whom I spoke in the last 1 year, 2 years, I would say, sorry, 1 year, not 2 years. All the licensed counselors whom I spoke in the last 1 year, most of them are too busy. I didn't see them quite active on social media channels, be it Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. A couple of them have their own groups. So what would be your goal as a licensed counselor?
What should be their goal in general?
Yeah, even your goal, or any licensed counselor or any psychotherapist goal.
Oh, that's huge. Everybody has different, you see, counseling has so many different avenues you can take. You know what I mean? You could be a traditional therapist. You can be a consultant for a mental health company or a mental health clinic. You can be an educator, you know, and teach other people how to become psychotherapists. You could teach people how to take licensing exams. So, the goal for a licensed therapist is there's so many different routes that you can definitely take. Some people want to open their own practice. Some people want to specialize with a certain thing. Me personally, I feel that my one goal has always been kind of to provide the best kind of mental health therapy that I could, and so I'm always trying to acquire new knowledge in the field, seeing what they're doing, seeing, whether it's studying other therapists' work, whether it's reading what neuroscientists are publishing, whether it's learning more about the physiological and anatomical activity of the body so that I can understand how that connects with the mind, and then just provide the best care and help as many people as I possibly can. But, some people have more specific goals, like they want to help people who are dealing with substance abuse, or some people have goals of helping people who have difficulties with who have eating disorders and things of that nature. So
But
it's a
when it
really
comes,
tough question to ask.
yeah, but when it
Yeah,
comes
it's all
to
right.
marketing, I understand it's a broad question, but when it comes
Yeah.
to marketing, they practice marketing themselves.
Ah,
If I just Google Joel Kouame, if I just do a YouTube search, there are lots of Joels, but when I Google search, I get your Psychology Today link. So I was just wondering, when
yeah.
it comes to marketing ourselves, and when it comes to marketing yourself as a therapist, most of us don't have time is one thing which I figured out. Uh,
Hmm.
Even the Miss Georgia, many other. There's so many names which we can pick up, but the free tools when it comes to Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. The one reason why, what would be your marketing goal in terms of promoting it?
Oh, I see, I see, I see. Um, I think that you find a specialty, you find something that you're really, really good at, you know what I mean, or something that really, really captures your interest, and you market to that. But the whole point is you just keep going down, chiseling till you find a niche. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, and in fact, the less people within the niche, the better. So even what's nice about Instagram is, they have the hashtag and it tells you how
Yeah,
many people are looking up that thing.
of
If you're
course.
finding things in the millions, it's probably not a good niche. You know what I mean? I mean, it's too many people are after it. So if you put hashtag anxiety, you're going to find so many people who are dealing with anxiety. But if you start going for whether it's anxiety related to work, whether it's anxiety related to relationships, whether it's anxiety related to test taking, now you're finding a niche market. You know what I mean? What a lot of therapists do when they first start is they look for these broad categories, depression, anxiety, you know what I mean? Anger. But if they start looking to niches, like little, really chiseling it down to 100,000, 10,000 people, now you have a market that you can cater to, you know?
Awesome. Now, I guess with the hashtag JK Counseling hashtag Joel, I guess there's not much competition, but you are unique. But as you mentioned, that's absolutely true. But I believe that the more the competition, the better. But as you said, there's again this blue ocean and the red ocean strategy. Probably you have to be like the way you put it,
Yeah.
chisel down, chisel down, chisel down, and there you'll find the golden uh,
So there's you got to think of it like this, because you're right, competition is good, but you also want to think of it like this in terms of a business sense. In terms of a clinical sense, I'm very happy with all the competition. You know what I mean? Because that means a lot of people are going to be taken care of, which is good. And mental health is being put more and more in the forefront of society, which is a good thing. But in terms of a business standpoint, if I'm an individual practitioner, you know what I mean? I want to find a very, very specific niche. If I'm a more larger mental health private practice company where I have, 100 workers or 200 workers or even 50 workers, now I could be a little bit more broad because, one of the things that you want to think about in business is my business scaled to meet the demands of the clients, right? So if I'm part of, let's just say I'm part of anxiety. That's what I'm looking at trying to treat, anxiety. And one thing can happen either, like you're saying, where I can have 100 different kinds of people who are chatting me, and I'm trying to get a couple clients, and he's trying to get a couple clients, and she's trying to get a couple clients. And, that's one kind of competition. But another problem that could happen is I get, 1,000 people who are saying, yeah, let's start therapy. I want to start therapy. I'm one person. You know what I mean? I can't fill a caseload of 1,000 people. And what happens is now I make a lot of people dissatisfied, and I lose that buzz. With the Google searches, they have the SEOs where you keep getting searched and your buzz goes up. Now, if I get all this buzz, but I can't meet the demands, my buzz goes down, right? Because I'm constantly turning people away. So that's where it gets problematic. If I'm a large company, I don't have to worry about that so much because I can, 100,000 people, no problem.
The team takes care of. So again, you answered my next question by default, which is the current challenges which licensed counselors or therapists will go through. But again, for you, what would be your current challenge?
Personally, my from the business standpoint and from a clinical standpoint, from the business standpoint, it's always, well, what do I do next? You know what I mean? I'm seeing clients. I love it. I love doing what I'm doing, but how can I be the most effective in terms of, meeting the needs of the people, whether it's, do I need to start beginning online courses? Do I have to figure out a way to implement groups? Should I be providing supervision to other therapists? From a business standpoint, that's usually where I stand and saying, well, how do I keep adapting this business so that, I can help as many people as possible? From a clinical standpoint, I'm always just trying to challenge myself in the sense that I'm saying, how can I become a better therapist? You know what I mean? So I'm constantly trying to read more. I'm trying to attend as many trainings as possible. Whenever I hear somebody who's doing some magnificent work, I'm saying, what are you doing? Teach me. So that's and I'm always a student. That's never going to end.
Yeah, even I'm a lifelong learner because life teaches us every minute, every day. It teaches us every day. But I see the fact that you go to the gym, you work out. Don't ask me if I have CC cameras, but trust me, I've been following you on LinkedIn for the last 6-7 months. But this is creators economy. Post-pandemic, everybody's creating so much content. You are an encyclopedia when it comes to psychotherapy, or as a psychotherapist, or as an educator. But what hurts me is, I tried watching a couple of your videos. Again, I had to go back to our original video, which was shot 7 months back. But I keep following you on Instagram, and there are a couple of quotes and all, which is good. But post-pandemic, this being a creators economy, the creators are creating the impact because there are lots of people who need your help. In fact, Joel is a blessing for me. Trust me, you are a blessing for me because I learned from our first talk. And I almost, again, now it's almost being the end of the 15 minutes. I don't know if it would be okay if I could steal some more time from you.
That's fine. Yeah.
No, the only thing is, I just wanted to know what keeps stuck for all these therapists or all these licensed counselors. Is it the busy schedules? Is it the too much of learnings? Because we are all consuming as consumer. But I wanted all the therapists to be creators, because all these therapists, the moment they create, if they create a 1-minute video, 100 people watch it, 100 people get benefited. From 1 minute, 100 people get benefited. From 1-minute video, or it could be 1,000 people who get benefited, because the shareable content on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Insta is so much. There are a few licensed medical family therapists whom I follow. I'll send you those links, whom I keep commenting on Insta. But what keeps stuck for all these therapists, or for you in general, Joel? How do you get?
How does somebody become a creator in therapy space?
I just wanted to know what's keeping you stuck in creating content, in creating more shareable content for your community, for JK counseling followers, for probably it could be your students, it could be fans or followers, because we've already spent more than 30 years of life for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, what about
Me,
what keeps us stuck?
what keeps us stuck? Um, That's a good question. Me personally, I'm not very good at creating content. I should probably create more. You're 100% right that, you know, post pandemic, it's more of a creator space. You know, when I make my content, it's usually just quotes. It's usually just things I learned or teachings or an experience I had with a client. And the content that I like to produce is content that is kind of is speaking to a particular issue. You know what I mean? As direct as I possibly can. And I can only write that when I feel inspired through, you know, an interaction, or when I feel inspired from seeing, reading something, or seeing a news headline or something like that. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to create, because I'm not really good at it. But what I do hear from other really good content creators is, you know, what they're just trying to do is they're just having fun on social media. You know what I mean? When you when you make it so, you know, when you make it so obligatory, the problem is then there's so much pressure in you making something that's good, you know. But you know, the issue becomes then you know, you're so stressed. Do I get 100 likes? Do I get did I get a you know, 50 likes today?
No,
But when you're just having fun, you just have a good time.
for sure. No, for sure. Actually, I said you work out a lot in the gym by looking at your muscles. I should be open about that. By looking at your probably it could be Will Smith, or it could be like the famous basketball player. What's his name? Not Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is the
LeBron James.
Is Jordan, Michael Jordan.
Ah,
Michael Jordan, he's the NBA player, right?
yeah.
I'm just looking because your muscles are quite visible on the camera when you keep it there. So I know that you work out. The only thing is you work out for health. The way you mentioned, people are more addicted to the likes and shares and comments and all that, but that's instant gratification. Now, what I'm looking at is, as a not being a creator, you are not stuck, but you don't look for instant gratification, but you look for, when I saw jkcounseling.com, I'm like, man, you have the vision. You are playing a longer game. You want to build a brand, or you want to go, because nobody builds a .com or a website just like that. You have a vision, you have a mission of helping other people. That's how you kept it openly, that please feel free to hit me. But at the same time, thank you so much for not looking for the instant gratification. Whatever the support system which is there through social media. Now, with respect to Facebook, LinkedIn, I would strongly urge you to go ahead and hit it. Let's see how it's going to turn out for your clients, for your followers. Let that be 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Let it be something, because the attention span is too low. As you mentioned, many people are, it's quite funny to watch other people play like monkeys on the social media, but they only have 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, they want to do crazy things. I would love to share the 3 seconds, which I did. I sat in a refrigerator to grab somebody's attention for 3 seconds. And I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it. I'll share. I'll send you that video link. I'll post it. I haven't published it yet. It's funny.
Oh, you should.
I sat in the refrigerator and I've done some crazy things, but with the kind of support system which is there through social media, go ahead and give it a shot with respect to the mini content creation. Now, mainly the video therapy network is something which I've started helping other people to create micro videos. Let it be Insta stories, or let it be LinkedIn stories, or YouTube shorts. One request which I have is, let me share the screen and share that with you. Probably that'll be like a easier way to the tools which are there. Even if I go back to, let me see if I can pull the screen. If I go back to jkcounseling.com, okay. This is something which this is just a request again, because I don't know if you have done this website. You can see the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My request for this call would be, please create that 5-second, 10-second, or 20-second, or 30-second videos for your client, sharing your insights. Even if you are in the gym, even if you take a shower, come out, because your brain will be full of positive chemicals, right? Be it the serotonin or like dopamine, all those happy chemicals. When you work out, when you pump in the music, when you play around, when you jump. So hit the record, publish something. I would love to see your learnings. I would love to see your knowledge sharing and all that. Only request, the reason I'm sharing this is when I go back to psychology today, I have you said email me and all, or there are lots of other therapists. There's a small intro video also. I would love to see your intro video, because definitely there are lots of people who are going to get benefited through your micro videos, because I know you as a person from videos, probably from our first conversation. The first conversation was more of whatever we had 6-7 months back. Let's link your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I don't know if you have done this website, or probably it could be your friends or.
Yeah, I had it professionally done. I'm not too tech savvy. I have to, connect that to my Instagram page, but yeah, no, it's a good idea. I think that creating videos is good. One of my hesitations had always been with creating videos is that, like you were talking about, people do a lot in the video. And I'd find it disingenuous to me to, make like a, because now they have the TikTok dances.
No.
TikTok is, I know it, and I'm not knocking anyone who does it. It's not me. But if I can find a way to sincerely capture myself and put it in video form, I'll do it. I'll make sure to do that. But I'm not going to do the dances or the pointing.
Thank you so much, Joel. That's the reason I sent you a PDF. That PDF talks about this simple things like looking into the lens, because normally the post is something, I don't know if you got a chance to go through that PDF. That it's a 1-page PDF, but it has only 4-5 pointers. I'm inviting licensed therapist counselors to my private Facebook group, because I'm a video guy. I've been doing videos. I've done thousands of videos. I've edited thousands of videos. But being a video editor, being a professional video editor, I worked in feature films as a post-production or video guy. Now I'm back to social media because I want to make it big. Big not only in terms of generating revenue, making money. Money will flow in like air, like the air which we breathe. Money is just the byproduct. But the purpose or the mission, the bigger why, like the Simon Sinek's why or the TED Talks, all those TED Talks are viral. We consume so much of content, but at the same time, when we hit record, there's so much of knowledge which can be shared. All I'm trying to do right now is help the licensed therapist counselors create micro content. Like, let them create content, because there will be somebody who will be helpful. It'll be helping somebody out there. It's not about marketing, because you guys are all natural marketers, because you speak from heart. You don't fake. Many licensed therapist counselors whom I spoke to, they don't fake it, because they know psychology, they know human mind. They study, like the website which is out there, speaking about the behavioral therapy. Actually, about what I'm thinking probably in a much better perspective, because you already had listened to many of your clients or patients. My mind could be, probably you might give a better feedback in another minute, but I would love to see, because the way you work out in the gym, the kind of effort which you are already putting in for helping your students, let's rock it with all the free tools which are in there. One life is what we got. One life. We don't know what will happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, after 5 years, 10 years. But we will have another conversation after 3 months, 6 months. Whenever you're free, hit me up. We will take it forward. And we will, if you have any feedback for me right now, I'm more open to accept your feedback, so that I can, next time I speak to another licensed therapist counselor, I know how to play the game much better, because you are my godfather here.
Thank you, Raj. I think that I like the mission of your new business. I think that the mindset you have is the best kind of mindset you can have for business, which is when you take, past experiences and you use them all to inform your next venture. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that take people out of business is, okay, I failed once, I'm never going to try again. But when you fail and then you're able to take the information from that and use it, I often tell people that failure is just data. You know what I mean? So you got information now and you can use it to better inform what you want to do next. So I think you have the right mindset for it. That's the hardest thing, to be honest with you, the
If I have to
mindset.
be better at another licensed therapist counselor, and if you could look at lens and tell me, because I'm going to watch your replay multiple times. If you look at the lens and say, Raj, do this for next licensed therapist counselor, whom you are going to, I'm going to do this with another 100 people for sure. The same one-to-ones, the same questions. Probably it may not be the exact, if you could tell me, Raj, do this for next therapist counselor who needs to become another creator, because we are in the
I would ask them, what are 3 things that would prevent you from being a content creator? I'd ask them what subject matter inspires you, or what population of people inspires you. I'd ask, what are their interests outside of therapy, and how can you combine those interests? Because when you're on Instagram, I think the best thing that a therapist could do, or any kind of specialist or professional can do, is show that they're more than just a professional, that they have a side to them outside of whatever profession that they're in, and to how can you merge that into your world. So, post videos about, if you're interested in cooking, post videos of you cooking. If you're interested in, TV shows, post videos about what shows you're watching, maybe the top 10 shows you think are important, whatever it is, but to connect on that level outside of just simply, here's more therapy stuff. Like, first show that you're a person and then show them the stuff.
Cool. I'm going to follow that and also put in those questions. I'll send you the recording of this one in less than an hour from now. I'll just get it unlisted. This will not be in public, but only the people with the link will have access to this. So I'll put it on YouTube, unlisted through the Video Therapy Network channel, which I created on YouTube. Again, it's part of my documentation because, again, I wanted to show you that I did speak to at least 100 licensed therapist counselors or 100 licensed counselors trying to do this kind of research. It's kind of video research, but I'm trying to become good at the craft. End of the day, creating content, it's not easy just hitting record and talking whatever we want. But there's a purpose. There's a purpose behind sharing the knowledge, sharing the information, and all that.
What I would recommend is something that you can think about doing is, if once a month or every other week or once every 3 weeks, whatever your time allows you, if I were you, I would just have a couple therapists come on, put a subject on the matter, and have people talk about it. You know what I mean? Or asking people, like a panel, and just having a conversation about whether it's a specific topic or what you guys are doing to ground or cope. What are you doing during the stress? Ask us our opinion on things. Like you said, the nice thing about therapists is that we're so used to, we have deep thinking constantly, but we're having that conversation within ourselves. We're doing that all day. And so it would be good to just create a platform where people can have a space where they can express some of the thoughts that they have going on inside of them. What are they doing? Who are they following? Things like that. I think that would be a very interesting thing you could do.
So is it okay if I put snippets of the ideas which you shared on, like, Insta stories or Insta reels, like this one, having a panel and all? It's going to benefit other therapists because they'll be like, aha, this is the aha moment. For me, it's an aha moment. It's like the bulb on. I'm like, wow, because we all have different ways of thinking. But thank you so much, Joel. Appreciate all your time.
Thank you.
I'll stay in touch with you no matter what.
Of course.
Please do join the video therapy Facebook group. You will be the first person. I'm the only
My
in the Facebook group. You
well, my Facebook, they got me. I got hacked, and then I got kicked off of Facebook because somebody hacked me, and so now I can't log in. I'm trying, but there's nobody who works in Facebook. It's all automated, so I can't get in touch with anybody to say, hey, I got hacked. So I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. I have my Instagram though. I have my LinkedIn. I'll connect with, if you start a group in any of those places, I'll be more than happy to join.
So maybe you gave me an idea to create one on LinkedIn also. Maybe LinkedIn group is tough, but I'll go ahead and do that because there are millions of, I guess there are 400 million or 500 million therapists in US, but most of them are also quite active on LinkedIn because it being a professional network. But you can always create the study groups, all these exam study groups, like as per last conversation which we had. We were supposed to create something for helping other people excel in the exams. I guess I'll bring Vamshi into the loop, our COO, because he's an alchemist, helping other people succeed in their exams. I guess there were a couple of other therapists who are also in the same journey, like journey to licensure. One of the therapists is doing the same. She's helping people probably $200, $300 per student. I don't know how much is the price factor, but she's helping many people achieve their licensure exam, become a successful licensed therapist with their journey. Let it be 5 weeks or 10 weeks program, or 6 months or 1 year program. I don't know what kind of offerings are there, but I'll
yeah, you know what?
I connect.
Yeah, it's good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In the past, I connected Vamshi and you on the LinkedIn, right? It never moved forward, but we will see. As in, if Vamshi can create a blueprint where you can hop in and help other people achieve their licensure exam.
Good. Yeah. Licensure is always tough. My licensing exam was because for social workers you have to take two. You have to take one as a LMSW and then one as an LCSW. And for me, the one that I took as an LMSW, because I'm a bit older than most of the therapists. Now, the one that I took as an LMSW, they don't give that kind of test anymore. I was part of the last group of people who took it. So I was part of the last group for the last way of testing, and I was part of the first group for the new way of testing. So, for me, I'm in a weird situation where even the way that I diagnose, they used to do a way of diagnosing before, they got rid of it. They had the DSM-4, they got rid of it, and now they're on DSM-5. I took the test on the DSM-4 for my LMSW, and when they just came out with the 5, that's when I took the second test. So I'm in a weird place where some of the stuff I know, it's not used anymore, so.
I guess that was in 2013.
Yeah.
YMCA with you after your YMCA deal and all that.
Yeah, I took the first test in like 2012, and then I took the second test in maybe 2016, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always been in a weird space.
I could see that that's when you started working with Sheltering Arms as a psychotherapist and all. I'm just going through your LinkedIn. I haven't memorized anything. I'm just scrolling. But thank you so much, Joel. It means a lot. I would love to see your magic happening, because let's rock on. Like, let's do whatever it takes. Like Will Smith. I keep saying Will Smith because he's my inspiration. I keep following his personal YouTube channel where he keeps training his son. So much of discipline, so much of rigorous training. He's a natural actor, but he practices a lot. I would love to see your content. I'd love to see you inspiring other therapist counselors, but we will take it forward with respect to helping other people. If there is, if Vamshi gets on a conversation with you, it'll be mostly official. Now, this is like kind of me working towards video therapy network and trying to build my own personal brand as Raj Meesa. But we will take it forward.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you so much. And I'll stay in touch.
Raj, always a pleasure. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you, Joel.